All right, fellow board members, make sure you turn your mic on. Please turn your cell phones off. I want to thank each of you for being here. And as Ed pointed out, we all do get special pay for being here. So 0 on 0, all right? We have a bunch of special guests here today, though. It's a special day for Jacksonville. Very exciting for someone who's been in the city since the 1980s to see this type of growth. And also made my wife very happy when I told her what was going to be announced. So she's excited as well, and that's a great thing for our city that folks have this type of opportunity to grow our city and opportunities for others. So we've got the President of City Council, Dr. Ron Salem, with us. We have Chief of Staff of the Mayor, Darnell Smith, thank you. We have our liaison, Councilman Chris Miller, thank you again, sir, for being here. We also have some other folks here that we'll introduce as we go forward. We have Councilman Gay's assistant, Bethany Bryan, ma'am, thank you for being here. Josh Harrison, where are you, Josh? The new COO of Visit Jacksonville. They're very excited, obviously. Of course, we have some key executives from Norwegian Cruise Line with us today. Juan Carrillo, Senior Vice President, Port Development, and Matt Weintraub, Director of Port Development. Juan, Matt, thank you both for being here, and we'll hear more from you both later. Any public comments, Becky? Very good. Also want to visit or acknowledge our longstanding board member joining us in TV land, Palmer. How are you? He's got to figure out how to turn the mic on, but I know he's there, so we're good. We'll let it go. I know he's listening intently. So we just have one item on the agenda, as I think you all know. That's a new cruise agreement with one of the most well-known brands in our country, Norwegian Cruise Lines, and it's just a thrill to be able to sit here and talk about it. So thank you both. The new agreement will connect passengers sailing from Jacksonville to new vacation destinations that we have not previously been able to offer our customers. And obviously with that, we attract more jobs, and the economic impact of cruising will obviously be increased as well to our community. It's an important partnership, and we look forward to the signing ceremony, which we'll have at the conclusion of today's meeting, and we'll get right into that. But first, I need to turn the meeting over to a man who needs no introduction, Eric Green.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There's been a lot of buzz around town about this one, so let's get right to it. We've had a relationship with Norwegian Cruise Line for quite some time now. As you may remember, we have served as a port of call for the Regent Seven Seas Navigator, a division of Norwegian. Also during the pandemic, JAXPORT hosted 3 of their cruise ships during the industry pause. One of those ships was the Norwegian Gem, which I'll share more about in just a moment. All of those sailings were smooth and allowed us to establish a good working relationship with Norwegian. Today's agreement is a natural evolution of that partnership. When Norwegian begins its first sailings in 2025, it will be the first time in Jacksonville history a Norwegian ship will be home ported here. We are excited to welcome Norwegian Gem to JAXPORT next year. Growing our cruise business with a company like Norwegian is another way we build on the diversification of business, which ultimately creates jobs. Expanding our popular cruise program also provides passengers throughout the Southeast U.S. and beyond with even more reasons to choose Jacksonville for their next vacation. We thank Norwegian for their partnership and look forward to working with them to attract more tourism and the jobs and economic impact it supports to our community. At this time, I want to introduce Norwegian Cruise Line's Senior Vice President of Port Development and Construction, Mr. Juan Carrillo, as well as Mr. Matthew Weintraub, Director of Port Development, to come and give us a few words. Juan, if you may.
Thank you very much, Eric. And first of all, I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman, you and all the board members for having this meeting out of sequence today. We know what it takes to get a quorum together outside of a regularly scheduled meeting, and for you to do this and take the times out of your busy very busy schedule. It is very much appreciated by the entire Norwegian Cruise and Holdings team. Today is indeed a very special day for us. It is the first time, like Mr. Green said, we're going to be home porting here over in JAXPORT. I'll be remiss if I didn't recognize the tremendous effort that Eric and his team, the entire team, have done. Not just over the last several months, but really over the last several years, trying to attract additional business, additional cruise industry lines to the area of JAXPORT. We're delighted. We're looking forward to being here in November of 2025. And something that we like to say, we go where we are wanted. We go where we are felt as a partner, as a stakeholder. And if it's any indication how your staff has treated us, we know our passengers are going to be incredibly happy and feel like home right here in Jacksonville. So with that, again, I just want to thank you for your time. I want to thank the mayor's office. I want to thank the city council members, all of the very distinguished dignitaries that have shown up today to show support. We can't do it without partners like you, and we're looking forward to a very successful tenure here at JAXPORT. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Ball back in my court?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Well, as Juan referenced, this isn't just possible without by Eric himself. He's got an incredible team with them. I do want to recognize the senior team folks. Our Chief of Staff, Beth McCaig, there. We're going to skip the next gentleman because he's going to make the presentation. We have the Chief Administrative Officer, Linda Williams. Chief of Development, Marketing, what's the title? Robert, I'm sorry. You're the chief of everything. Robert Peak, James Bennett, Chief Operating Officer, and Chief of Regulatory Compliance, which means no fun. Nick Primrose. Nick, thank you very much. Who's a new daddy, by the way, so congratulations to you, Nick. And he's operating, I think, on 30 minutes of sleep. But now I get to call up the Chief Financial Officer to formally present BD 2024.02.01 to the board for approval. Do we wanted to do that? I have that after.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did Becky not get you the new agenda?
No, sir.
No, I'm just kidding. So we rehearsed this, by the way. So Joey Grivey is going to formally present BD 2024.02.01 to the board for approval. Joey?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and through the chair to the board. Obviously honored to be here before you today to present this item. We'll get this technical matter out of the way for board action. But again, thanks very much to the Norwegian team for making the trip up here today to mark this great occasion for us. So item BD 2024-0201 is NCL Bahamas Limited doing business as Norwegian Cruise Line berthing and terminal use agreement. As you've heard a lot of background today, but I'll just stick to the script that Norwegian NCL Bahamas Limited doing business as Norwegian Cruise Line and JAXPORT negotiated a 4-year contract with 3 2-year renewal options sailing on NCL's passenger ship, the Norwegian Gem, which you've seen some pretty pictures of here today. Commencing in the fourth quarter 2024, that's the start date of the agreement, with sailing commencing in November of 2025. The contract calls for 26 sailings with service to the Bahamas on a 5-5-4 rotation from November through April, so a seasonal cruise compared to Carnival, which is 78 turns at this time. The terms include a MAG, or a minimum annual guarantee, in the amount of $1.6 million approximately annually for the first 3 cruise seasons, totaling $4.8 million for the initial period. In consideration for the proposed contract, JAXPORT is committed to prepaying a licensing trademark fee in the amount of approximately $2.7 million. The payment will be made prior to December 31st, 2024, this calendar year, next fiscal year, and will be fully secured by a letter of credit or escrow account acceptable to JAXPORT, as we all discussed in our briefings leading up to today. It is management's recommendation that the board approve the advanced licensing trademark fee in the amount of $2,747,132, and that the berthing and terminal use agreement between Jacksonville Port Authority and NCL Bahamas Limited, and authorize the chief executive officer or his designee to execute the agreement.
Any questions for Joey? If there are no questions, may I please have a motion approving BD 2024-0201?
So move.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Very good. All those in favor indicate approval of BD 2024-0201 by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? That's a yay for Palmer, so we're good. Congratulations to JAXPORT. And I do recall Robert's official title, it's Chief Commercial Officer. But when I look at Robert, I just see revenue. So all I want to say is, I just want to say Chief of Revenue. So I apologize, Robert. All right, now it's my honor to get to call on our City Council President, Dr. Ron Salem, for some comments. Mr. President?
Thank you, Chair Bean. I appreciate that. And I always like to recognize my colleagues that show up for these things. Chris Miller, as many of you know, replaced me as the liaison to the port. Gave it to a good guy that I knew would be a great addition to this organization. Good afternoon. I'm happy to say the JAXPORT team has done it again. As I reflect on my time as council liaison, it's incredible to see the port continue growing. We all know our city is a gem, and soon it will be fitting to have this ship at our port. I'm excited to see the falling growth across all major cargo types. Now cruise is having its moment to shine. With a household name like Norwegian, today's agreement truly enhances Jacksonville's cruise program and will position our city for economic growth in the future. Congratulations to the board and the JAXPORT leadership team for working so hard on this deal that will bring a lasting impact on our city. We are starting 2024 off with a bang. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. It's now my honor to get to introduce my dear friend and a great community servant, the new Chief of Staff for the Mayor of Jacksonville, Darnell Smith. Mr. Smith?
Well, thank you, first of all, for having the opportunity to represent our mayor, Donna Deegan. I'd like to start by, first of all, saying congratulations and thank you to Norwegian Cruise Lines on selecting Jacksonville as its home port for such a great and beautiful ship. Cruise industry, as many of you know, is very important to Jacksonville. We want to be that destination city. And so when you think about the cruise industry and how much it gives to our city, more than 800 jobs, more than 20,000 hotel night stays, and more than $187 million economic impact on an annual basis. That's big. And so it's important to us to make certain that we're building great partnerships with our folks at Norwegian Cruise Lines. Our city has a lot to offer. When you think about our stores and our shops and the fact that people come here prior to cruising, we want them to enjoy Jacksonville. We want them to see all the great things that we have to offer, whether it's Avondale, Riverside, Southside, or the urban core. We have a lot to offer and a place for everyone when they visit our dear city. So we want to invite anyone sailing on Norwegian Gem to spend some time and some money in Jacksonville. Congratulations to the board and certainly to the JAXPORT leadership team for just really doing a great job of nurturing and building such a great relationship and partnership. I know it comes with a lot of investment of time, energy, and quite frankly, demonstrating to folks how much they mean to you. And you've done a great job. So welcome to Norwegian for being able to bring their ship here, the Norwegian Gem, and we look forward to doing a lot of great things. Thank you.
I have to say that is just a beautiful looking ship. and I'm just wondering if my warships could have looked half as pretty sailing around the world as we did with the big number on our side. But congratulations, it is a beautiful looking vessel, so very excited for it to be here. Any other business that we need to attend to, Mr. Green? We're good? Becky? Nope. All right, with that, we're going to adjourn the meeting and we're going to gather for a signing ceremony. Thank you all for being here.